my gosh, you guys. Hey nail besties, today we are here with the Koopa Mani Pro, and I wanted to make a video I've been meaning to make for a very long time, and something that's actually been requested quite a few times, and that is a hypoallergenic nail removal. So how do I remove my manicures? There is a lot of debate as to what is actually the best method. It's been said that soaking off just kind of leaves your fingers floating around in those potentially uncured gel particles. So I'm gonna show you what my preferred method is, and that is filing it all off. However, in order to be able to do that efficiently, you want to have a quality e-file. I recently got the Koopa Mani Pro Next, which is something I have been wanting since I was like 15 years old. And I saw all the people at the salons using them, and I really wanted to get one, but it was just never in the budget. Up until I got the Mani Pro, I had been using the Melody Susie Sparkle Plus, and this is an amazing e-file for beginners that is significantly more affordable. It's about 3 times less than the Mani Pro. So I also want to talk about, is it worth getting a super expensive e-file, or should you just start with one of the more DIY friendly ones? Let's get into it. I feel like I went to the Apple store or something. Oh my goodness. This is a whole moment, honestly. All right, who needs instructions? Oh my God, it's so light. Oh, she is gorgeous. Now, the one thing that kind of always held me back from getting a Mani Pro is the fact that it didn't really have a screen, because I like to know exactly what RPMs I am using. Okay, there's like a lot going on here. Okay, so here we have the handpiece holder. And I want to make clear that I bought this with my own money. I am not sponsored by anyone. Koopa did not send this to me. Although if you're my husband, yes, they did. Here's the charger. Seems to be the pretty universal nail charger. Most products come with this type of adapter. And then the piece de resistance, the hand piece. This is where all the magic actually happens, and what makes this stuff so pricey. Got brushless motor, no vibration, the whole 9. And that is all from this. I really wanted to show you guys the handpiece because I had it engraved. And so there it is. So it says Numquam morabor, which is Latin for never slow down. And it's kind of a double meaning because it's on an e-file. Obviously, you never want them to slow down, but also just a reminder for me and how far I've come, not only in this nail journey, but honestly, just life in general. I started doing these like from my couch and coffee table, and here we are. So that was just like a little ode to myself and a reminder to never slow down. Right, so one of my favorite things about this is that it comes with a holder. So you kind of just plop this in here and it keeps it charged. That is stunning. Oh, hold on, what? It is charging. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I did not know this, but this piece, the charger, is actually cordless. So you charge this, and then that stand does not need to always be plugged in, and it will still charge your e-file. That's incredible. Get the handpiece holder going here and plug this in. Oh, that is so convenient. Oh, the screen is turning on. Things are happening. Let me get this out of the screen. Whoop. All right, I'm gonna take this out of the charger just for a second because I wanna show you guys. Do you hear that? That is so quiet. All right, I'm gonna compare this to my Melody Susie drill. Hang on. Love the pause button. Okay, so here is my tried and true Melody Susie Sparkle Plus. I absolutely love this thing. You guys know I've done videos on it before. And by the way, it is on sale right now for only $75. So run, do not walk. All right, let's turn this one on. Let's do 20 to match the RPMs. All right, so here's the Melody Susie at 20. And here's the Koopa. Wow, the vibration difference is insane. Also, look at the hand pieces. Look how much smaller this one is. Wow, you literally do not feel this at all. And I will say the Sparkle Plus is an amazing e-file, especially when you're just starting out, but the difference is incredible. So I can't wait to test this out. Let's do it. All right, we are ready to get started on removal of this gorgeous set. All right, so first we've got these three. This is a football carbide bit. This is for removal. Then we've got our mandrel bit. This is for sanding bands. And then we've got our diamond cuticle bit. Now, don't let anybody else tell you that you need more bits than this. I don't follow my own advice. I have like 50,000 bits. You can also get one of these depending on the type of manicure you use. And this is a Russian flame bit. And this one is completely optional, but I love this bit. And it is the best for cleanup once you're done. It gives them that extra flawless look. So yeah, this right here, folks, this is all you need. All right, so we're gonna get started with our football bit here. And these are the best for removal. Honestly, folks, it's in the bits. Having a powerful e-file with really good torque is nice, and it certainly makes the job easier. It says right there, made in the USA. Love that. If you're using unbalanced, horrible bits, it doesn't matter if you have the most powerful e-file in the world, you're not gonna get very far. So your bits matter. They also matter when it comes to vibration, because again, if it's not perfectly straight and balanced, it will cause vibration. All right, let's get it going. All right, now we're gonna stop there because once you can start seeing the natural nail, it is time to switch over to sanding band. Once you see the natural nail, it is time to switch over because the last thing you want to do is go at 26 RPMs on the natural nail. It's gonna be very painful. Speaking of pain, absolutely no heat spikes with this thing. I mean, seriously, just effortless gliding. I'm obsessed, and I am really kicking myself for not getting a professional e-file sooner. I mean, this is going to cut my removal time in like almost half. It's actually insane how well this works. I really wanted to come on here and tell y'all that you can get away with a cheap one, that it doesn't matter, but that's just not true. Because once you have experienced a true professional e-file, you're never gonna wanna go back. When I tell you this thing vibrates nothing, like I don't feel it, it just glides like butter on my nail. It's gonna take some getting used to. As you can see, I created some little divots here, because I'm so used to having to apply more force to be able to remove the bulk down faster. But I mean, you literally have to just brush it over the nail and it will remove everything. I'm gonna go in with the cuticle bits and just clean up those cuticles as well as blend where the product is. I usually like to leave one layer of product on my nail. That way it's not damaging my natural nail and I can just blend that in. In instances where I am testing a product out to see if it'll flare my allergy, I do like to remove everything so that I can have the product directly on my nail plate. And in those instances, I will go ahead and do a soak off. I use these little clippy things where you could just put a piece of cotton, dip it in acetone, and then clip it on. Obviously, some contact is still possible, but it's significantly less than if you're soaking in a bowl. That has not been a problem since I've had my allergy with soak-offs, but you can never be too careful, so I just like using these clippy things. So now this is the only time that I touch my cuticles, and I do so with an orange wood stick, which is much gentler. So this is the only time that I'm going to open up the eponychium here. And the reason for that is that I am going to give it a day between the cuticle work, the removal, and the actual application. Because again, we do not want the eponychium to be open and allow all that gel and stuff to seep through. All right, now once we've got that done, we're gonna give her a gentle buffing. All right, and there she is. Now we're just going to use some oil, massage that in, and we are going to leave her to rest until tomorrow when I go ahead with the application, if they are looking okay. So there you have it, folks. I really struggled with the decision on whether to get a Coupa Mani Pro or a Medicool, which have been very recommended in nail tech groups and spaces. But ultimately, I think my inner teenager kind of won out because I wanted one of these, again, since I was 15. I wish I could tell you that the e-file doesn't matter and that you can get away with a significantly cheaper file, but that is just not true. Being able to use a true professional e-file will give you the control that you need to not cut yourself, not cut your clients. And us allergic girlies, you know how important it is not to cut your cuticles. And for whatever reason, I have no medical explanation for this, but my cuticles have become significantly more tender, and my proximal nail fold has just become so much easier to cut and damage ever since I got my allergy. I have no idea why, but because it is so sensitive now, it's really, really important for me to have a good e-file where it's not gonna be slipping, it's not gonna be doing the loop-de-loop around the world thing. So yeah, overall, highly, highly recommend it. If you guys do use this or use the Medicool, let me know how you like it, but my only regret is not getting one sooner. All right, till next time, nail besties, stay safe.